Hi everyone. Welcome to the Quick and Carry Kitchen. I am so happy to have you with us today. My name is Kristen Madrine, and I am part of the fabulous team that brings you the Quick and Carry transport bags for Instant Pots and for crock pots. I want to say hello to all of you who might be joining us live today, and I want to give a big hello to all of you who are joining us later. We love hearing from all of you, and I want to say a special thank you to all of you who reached out to me this week with your well wishes for my recovery. If you're just joining us and don't know what I'm talking about, 3.5 weeks ago, I fell, I broke my hip, I had to have hip replacement surgery, and everything is going very well. I graduated today from a walker to a cane, and I'm doing amazingly well for someone who's not even a month out of having major hip replacement surgery. So thank you to all of our fans and watchers for all of your well wishes. I really do appreciate that. I want to give a shout out to anybody from Dynamic Physical Therapy in Buckley, Michigan, who are helping me, and they're fascinated with the idea of the Instant Pot and our show. So I hope some of you are tuning in today. And I want to give a special shout out to my mom's friends in Florida, because I know that a lot of you are watching because my mom is great at PR, isn't she? So we are having a special day today in the Quick and Carry Kitchen. You might be able to tell that it's somebody's birthday. Our owner and founder of Quick and Carry, Andy, is having a birthday today. And so we're making special Mexican chicken soup with tortillas and avocados, lime and cilantro, the whole 9 yards, Mexican soup, and having a peanut butter cake. And no, the cake was not made in the Instant Pot. I like to bake, and so I made a beautiful peanut butter bundt cake for the crew here at Quick and Carry. We love to eat together, and we call it Take Your Instant Pot to Work Day anytime that we get to do this kind of thing together. So in honor of Andy's birthday, we're going to do a little giveaway for any of you who are with us. Please comment down below, what is the sign of spring where you live? We don't have very many of them here in northern Michigan where we live, so we're anxious about spring. It's cold, there's still snow on the ground, the sun is shining, but spring still seems very far away. What is spring like where you live? One of you will be chosen to win 2 ceiling rings. A package of blue and red ceiling rings would come your way as a happy birthday present from Andy to you. So be sure to comment down below. And if you would like our recipe from today for our Mexican chicken soup, comment down below, and after the show, we'll be happy to send you our recipe. So one of the things that I want to talk about, our soup is just done cooking, and I'm going to give it a couple more minutes of natural pressure release. And I want to talk about natural pressure release and about broth today. So I'm going to start with broth. Broth or stock can be bought in a box, but almost all of the boxes are 4 cups. Almost all of the recipes that you find online are for 5 cups. So don't be afraid to just use an extra cup of water. It doesn't change the flavor that much, and especially in something like a Mexican soup, we have cumin, chili powder, coriander, and paprika in this. So this is a heavily seasoned dish, and so the fact that it has only a part of the chicken stock does not matter. That's completely fine. I like to make my own stock now because the Instant Pot makes doing stock so easy. And if you want to look back on our videos, we did a show on chicken stock weeks ago. I don't even remember when it is, but since learning about doing stock in the Instant Pot, I have been, and I think having some in the refrigerator or freezer is just a wonderful way to use up scraps that you have, use up chicken bones or beef bones. If you have made something else, save all of that, make your own stock. It's wonderful, very rich, and it's actually very healing for your body. So especially during my recovery, I've been concentrating on foods like that that will help me feel better faster. So don't worry if you don't need to open a second box of broth just to make sure that everything tastes right in a soup. Just use one box of the broth and another cup or two of water, and you'll be good to go. So that's my advice for that today. And then with most meat recipes, it is a good idea to let the pot have a natural pressure release, which means you leave it alone. So you set the timer. So for this, it was 9 minutes timing. After that, when it counts down, the Instant Pot will beep at you, telling you, hey, your dish is done. And then it'll start to count back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So because of the way that cooking meat works, you may be familiar with a steak needing to rest or a ham needing to rest. And what happens is at a cellular level, the meat takes back in the moisture that it has shed during cooking. That is no different in an Instant Pot. And so for almost everything that you cook that has meat in it, it is better to give the pot about a 10-minute natural pressure release, and then you can go ahead and release it. And one of the things that you will find, I'm going to start my release very soon. I'm doing it with, you can do it like I'm doing it with a mitt on. You can do it with a tool like this. And I always watch and make sure that there's nothing extra coming out. With a pot of hot soup like this, if it was bubbling out, if there was froth, if there was something more than steam, I would let it naturally pressure release even longer, because you don't want to clog up the works, and it shows you that that pot is super hot. So I am going to do this, and remember, while we're waiting for the pot to come down in pressure, please comment down below and tell me what is spring like at your house, so that we have something to look forward to up here. I want to say hi to Julie Flora. Hi Diane. Hi Denny. Hi Lena. Glad you're joining us again today. Diane Yoakum, you are a great friend of the kitchen. You're here almost every week. Nancy Crawford, how are you? Thanks for the well wishes. CM Miller, glad to see you. We'll be happy to send you the recipe when we're done. After the party at Quick and Carry Kitchen today, we'll go back to the desk and get you guys the recipe that you want. Oh, this smells so delicious. Isn't that part of the fun of cooking with an Instant Pot? Is that it just smells so darn good? All right, it's just not quite done yet. I'm going to give it, there we go. So, let's talk a little bit about this Mexican chicken soup. This is, I've adapted a recipe from A Pinch of Healthy, a blog online that I think is a wonderful blog. And I've sort of adapted this. There are a lot of chicken tortilla soups, Mexican chicken soups. I looked through a lot of the recipes and found one that I thought had a wonderful combination of the paprika, coriander, chili powder, and cumin. Coriander is just cilantro, and so it's got a different taste when it's been dried and powdered. And we've talked about this before. Not everyone is a huge cilantro fan. I am, and this recipe calls for it to be added in just a minute when we take the lid off. So one of the other things about some of these recipes is it's so interesting the order that things go into the pot. So in this case, you put the chicken stock and water, onions, tomatoes, and garlic in the bottom of the pot. You put your chicken breasts on top of that. Then you put the spices on top of the chicken breasts, and then you add black beans and corn to the top, and you don't stir it. And that is the case with a lot of food that you make in an Instant Pot, just like with spaghetti. Don't stir everything together. And there's a really good reason for that, because as the pressure builds up boiling liquid from below, the chicken breasts will cook, but the corn at the top won't cook so much that it becomes mushy. So there's a very good reason why you do the layering. All right, now we are done. So I'm going to very carefully take off my lid. Oh my gosh, doesn't that smell good? This is going to be good, guys. There are some hungry people waiting. So now what you do is you take your tongs and you get out your chicken breasts. And it is all very hot, so you want to be very careful. And they are falling apart tender, which is what you want. And I'm just going to set them on this plate. And then you shred them. So I brought to the table 2 nice forks, and I'm going to sit here and shred these. And then you also might have seen at the beginning of the show, oh, CM says that wisteria and azaleas are in bloom. Where are you? That would make me so happy. Please tell us where you are, CM. Diane says that she loves her 6-quart bag and she needs one for her mini. That is great, Diane. Okay, so while my chicken is cooling, I am taking some lime juice that I have freshly juiced a lime, and I'm just going to add that. Always a little bit of acid helps everything. And I'm only going to put in about a half a cup of cilantro, and then if other people would like to put in a little bit more as they serve themselves this afternoon, they can add more themselves, but I just want it to go in there for the flavor. And then I'm going to give that all a stir. Oh, yes. Very nice. And this is a soupy soup. It's not like a stew. This is a very nice soup. So then I'm just going to take this chicken and look at it. Just shreds so beautifully. Thank you, Instant Pot. There are some things that the Instant Pot does better than any other thing, and this is one of them. I know you've probably, if you've studied Instant Pot online, you've seen people take chicken, put it in a bowl, and they use their hand mixer to shred the chicken. Isn't that amazing? The reason that you can do it that way is because of the texture that the Instant Pot gives you. Look at that. It just is perfectly shredded. I'm going to add that one back into the pot. And I'm going to keep working on them. So comment down below. One of you is going to get a happy birthday present today. We're happy to send you sealing rings. The one thing that everyone needs is a couple extra sealing rings to keep your pot fresh and working correctly. So one of you is going to be chosen for that in just a second. And again, I want to know, where do you live and what is spring like where you are? It says that it's spring here in northern Michigan, but it's hard to believe. And as part of my recovery, I want to get out and walk, and it just needs to warm up a little bit. It is not warm here yet. In fact, the nights have been down into the teens. And I don't know if you know this, but Traverse City, Michigan is the cherry capital of the world. And sometimes in spring we get a spring thaw, and then it freezes again, and that's very hard on our fruit. But this year, with this long, cold spring, I think we're going to be all right. And so I know the farmers are going to be happy, but some of the rest of us are impatient. Oh, hi, Margaret. My friend Margaret has joined us. I'm glad to see you. Margaret even came to visit me in the hospital. I was so happy to see her, and my friend Alex visited one night. And so, Margaret, I'm glad that you've been able to join me on the show today. Now, I'm almost done with all of this chicken. And it does just shred so easily. It's just quite amazing. It's just right out of the pot. It's perfect. So back in it goes. And of course this gives a little body to the soup and just adds back all of that flavor. So there you go. Give it a good stir. You should taste it. See if you need a little extra lime juice, maybe a little extra salt and pepper. You decide what your family likes to eat. I know that at the Quick and Carry family birthday party for Andy, there are going to be some really happy eaters. I have chips here, salsa. I'm going to cut up a couple avocados so that we can put those in the soup too. That's a wonderful little addition to the soup is some nice avocados. So, oh, Diane. Oh, Caroline, you're with us today. Oh, Caroline is on her way to Ireland. Have a wonderful time. Valerie, we will send you the recipe after the show. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, Catherine Thomas is in Georgia where stuff is blooming. Oh, we are jealous officially. There's not a thing blooming in northern Michigan, but soon our lakes will have no ice, and the beautiful summers that we have in Michigan make our long springs very worth it. So let me see who's going to win today. C.M. Miller, you are our winner. You live in Charleston, South Carolina. Lucky you. I bet it is absolutely beautiful there. We will send you, I'll be in touch with you after the show, CM, and find out how we can send you the Happy Birthday Andy present today. And thanks for watching, everybody. We love your comments. We love any questions that you want to ask us. We are here for you with anything that you need to know about the Instant Pot. Check out quickandcarry.com. We have tons of information and recipes over there. You can find the bag online at Amazon, Quick and Carry bag. And again, thanks for everyone tuning in live today. Congratulations to CM. Glad that you joined us here today. And have a wonderful weekend enjoying spring wherever you are. And from all of us in the Quick and Carry kitchen, just like Julia Child used to say, bon appetit.